Hello everyone, how's it going? In this video, we're going to cover three topics surrounding Alibaba. Number one, we'll talk about how different companies and investment firms are leaving Alibaba. Second, we'll talk about the initial investor, the founding investor of Alibaba, what they think about Alibaba, and the future prospects. Number three, we'll look into the portfolio, the diversified portfolio of Alibaba, how they're expanding themselves, not just out of China, but also out of the e-commerce realm. Let's get started. Number one, you're coming across articles like the Giant Pension Fund exited Alibaba. The New Jersey State Pension Fund came out and said they are out of Alibaba. Then you had the Singapore's state investment firm who also left Alibaba. You have Leon Cooperman, who also said he has left Alibaba. He manages about $3.3 billion, and he left Alibaba. And at the same time, you have articles like this, where, hey, Alibaba SEC filing may signal Softbank is going to sell Alibaba. And why this matters? Because Softbank is the first investor in Alibaba. And if the main investor is leaving, then it means that, people are starting to lose their confidence in Alibaba. This happened when Alibaba registered about 1 billion ADSs, which allows them to sell. And 1 billion ADS is a huge value. And this might most likely come from SoftBank, which owns about 25%. There was no other explanation of why this 1 billion shares came in the market, open market. And SoftBank, just to give you a history, Alibaba was founded in 1999 and 2000 when no investor was ready to come into and help Jack Ma. Masayoshi Son, the CEO of SoftBank, he found him and he trusted and invested about $20 million and gave that kickstart for Alibaba. And ever since, he has been with them, been one of the best friends for Jack Ma out there. And this news came out on the February 6th, right? 2 days after, this news came out on February 9th, where SoftBank says, hey, that news is bogus, and we are not planning on selling Alibaba at all. And this is interesting because they say, hey, Sun was surprised by this news registration that came out. And this is interesting because Alibaba is a major stake for SoftBank, and Alibaba's price is basically driving SoftBank. You can see how when Alibaba goes up, SoftBank goes up, and when Alibaba goes down, SoftBank goes down. So Alibaba is the driving force for SoftBank's price. And ever since Alibaba has been falling, SoftBank technically has also been falling. But on the 6th, when this news came out, where this spoke about how SoftBank is probably leaving Alibaba and going to divert it out, immediately SoftBank jumped up. So this news was technically helping SoftBank. So they had, no incentive to come out and say this thing. But for the initial investor to come out and say, hey, we still believe, because they have been riding this bull run since 2000. Their $20 million is probably billions of dollars, $82 billion right now. So changing 20 million to 82 billion is a huge jump. And they probably must be thinking, hey, now in the right mind, we've made good money, we can leave and start jumping a new ship which is going to grow. But they don't think so. They still feel that Alibaba has some good juice left and they are riding up. That's the news that this particular article is coming out with, but you never know. Next, we'll look into the portfolio aspects. So this news came out on the February 11th on Fintel, where Alibaba spoke about how they disclosed their shares in Smart Share Global. And looking up Smart Share Global, this company looks like one of the largest provider of mobile device charging services in China. And that prompted me to look into what other companies have Alibaba invested in. And this Crunchbase profile shows that Alibaba has about 200 organizations that they have invested in. And I'm going into the top 6 or some of the most prominent investments that Alibaba has been going on. And that's the level of diversification that Alibaba is going through. Number one, you have Sun Art Retail Group. This is a hypermarket chain in China, one of the leading ones out there. Next, you have In Time Department Store. This is a brick and mortar store of fashion designers. It has about 27 stores in China. Then you have Lazada.com. This is an e-commerce business concentrated in the Southeastern Asia. Countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand, and the Philippines. You have the South China Morning Post, one of the leading post newspapers out in China. This company is also growing massively here in the United States. Then you have a picture producing or film or movie producing business called Alibaba Pictures, which is into manufacturing of high profile and high premium content. Then you have UQ, which is nothing but the Chinese equivalent of YouTube. So you can see the level of diversification that Alibaba is having.